drums or how to practice the drums if you don't have a drum kit. Now, your situation might be, maybe you're going away for the holidays and you're leaving your drum kit at home. I mean, who brings their drum kit on holidays, right? It's not just me, right? Okay, cool. Maybe it's that, or maybe you just got the app, but you haven't gotten a drum kit yet. How are you going to practice? How are you going to fully maximize and utilize this app to its full potential? Well, when I first started playing drums and I didn't have a drum kit, I used to arrange chairs in a formation that resembled the drum kit. Now, this had its pros and cons. Its pros were, well, I got to have my floor tom, which was a wooden chair. My floor tom over here, sorry. Had my first tom, which was a wooden chair. My second tom was a plastic chair. My floor tom was basically the sofa seat next to me, right? So I could do a fill, which went ta 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 boom, and it pissed my parents off. Well, it didn't piss them off, but I assume it caused quite a number of headaches in my household, and my neighbors could hear it as well. So one thing that you can do is to use your imagination and to not necessarily place physical objects in front of you, but have a specific spot for all the drums in your mind. So let's say when you're sitting in front of a drum kit, right? Try and close your eyes and imagine that your right foot's already on the bass drum pedal. And since the bass drum is here, let's say the first tom is somewhere around here, right? Because that's where it would be if you were sitting in front of a drum kit. First tom, second tom, you don't have to be super accurate. Floor tom, right? Unless your floor tom is like 18 or 20, in which case, that fala. And your snare will most probably be right in front of you, in between your legs, because your left foot will be on the hi-hat pedal. And there you go. That's your drum kit. So if I were to practice, if I'm learning a beat like, let's go with Audio Slaves, Like a Stone, boom, 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 how would I do that if I don't actually have the physical things in front of me? Simply like this. Okay, so apart from what I did with my hands, did you notice what I was doing with my foot as well? The motion that I was doing with my right foot was exactly the same motion that I would be using if I was on a pedal. And the motion is not lifting up your foot and stomping it down. It's basically giving your foot a little leap downwards and letting the magical power of gravity pull your leg downwards. Like that. It's kind of like a frog jumping up and down. Blah, blah, blah. So all these motions are very, very important. And this is when you have drumsticks at your disposal. But what happens when you don't have drumsticks? Let's say you want to work on pad work, right? You're not playing with a kit anymore. I mean, you still can kind of imagine you have drumsticks in your hand, but it's less happening lah. So let's say you want to focus on pad work and you're focusing on learning paradiddles. How do you do that? With your hands open? You could do that, but also I like to do this. You put your hand into a ball like that, into a fist, and you stick your index finger out. And you tap on whatever surface with that motion. Because that's the same motion that you would use if there was a stick in your hand. Let me show you. So, that's one way to do it with drumsticks and without drumsticks.